Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. This is going to be my update for Bible panning. This is a project in which you take anything Bible related and you connect them to beauty products that you're trying to meet your goals on. You can choose whatever goal you want, a usage goal, a hit pan goal, or whatever goal you have. So I am working on 5 products. And I'm going to go through what I've been working on for the last month, and then we're going to roll in something else. So the first product I have is something that I'm grateful for or thankful for, and that had to do with prayer that I talked about I think 2 months ago. And I chose this ZC green primer. I never knew I needed a green primer in my life, but I do. This is how it looks. It has a very like thin opening here, so you can get very little or more if you press more, of course. But you know, it's green and then it blends out to kind of take away any redness you have, and it works beautifully. So those days when I feel like I'm too red in my face, I just use this. This month I only had to use it twice. And I'm very thankful for that, because it's very nice to have good skin, you know, as well. And I've had a pretty good skin this month, which is nice. So that one is staying. My goal for it is to finish it at some point, but it will take some time and I'm okay with this. Speaking of prayer, we also had something that I prayed for, let's say, that I had been eyeing and been wanting for a while. I chose this ZC Royal Bloom palette. It's gorgeous packaging. The shades work well, and I wanted to hit pan in this, and I wanted to hit pan on the shimmery green. I'm actually wearing this today, and you can see I have quite a good dip actually. I think maybe I will have pan on this until next time, whether that is next month or the month after. It depends a little bit. I think I will try to start a new project, which is crazy, I know. But it's something that I really wanted to join last year that I couldn't join, and now I can, I feel like. So I will join that, but then I have 1 slot less. So maybe some of these projects I will just update every 2nd month, or, you know, I will just update when I have good progress. And I think maybe I will just go back and forth between which projects I am updating. Maybe, I'm not sure how to do this. Long story short, I don't know if this will be updated next month or the month after. But anyway, I am trying to hit pan on that one. I am well on my way, and like I said, I'm wearing it today. So I'm wearing the dark green from this as well, and then, you know, it's going out to that green, and then I have a silver in the inner third. I don't know if you even can see that, or if the green kind of transferred all the way. I don't know, but I'm very happy for that product as well. I am not mad at it. I love using that or those greens together with a pink or like a plum shade in my crease. Ah, that's beautiful. But let's move on, continuing on the concept of prayer. I also have something that I am sorry for, or that I regretted or repented of, let's say. But I chose this incredible lip tint. Now I gotta say, this has grown on me a lot. I haven't seen, I can actually see some difference. I have a little bit of progress. I think I'm here where my nail is. So I have a little bit of progress. I was not expecting that. I've used this 10 more times for a total of 16 times. My goal was to use this 25 times, and then I will mark it again to see what 25 times does to this. When I showed it the first time, it was very not liquidy, but very creamy, very like, it was hard to do anything because it was kind of melting. It's been a lot better. It's been a lot kinder to me, and it kind of took form again, and it's a really nice shade actually. It's very subtle, not at all as intimidating as I thought it would be. So I'm happy, and I'm happy I got to try it out here. So I'm not sorry for it anymore, so maybe I should, you know, switch that out. No, just kidding. I'm going to use that, how many times? 9 times more to roll that one out. Then we talked about baptism, and you do that in water. So I wanted something watery, and I chose a little perfume sample called C from Giorgio Armani, and I have used this up. I love this scent. I have another one of these, which I'm very happy for. But yeah, this is a really, really nice scent. Just saying. Right up my alley. But that one is a finished item. And then we had for baptism again that I brought in last month. Usually I have a theme every month because baptism is in water. I wanted to have a bath product, and I chose a bath bomb called the avocado something something from Lush. It was nice as per usual. I'm not sure if I have a video of it. If I do, I will have it here, you know, to my side so that you can see something. I don't think it did too much to the water. Like, it wasn't the best one in my opinion. It was nice, of course, but not the most spectacular one, if I remember correctly. This is why I should have videos always, so that I know that, you know, what I like, so that I don't buy those things that I don't absolutely love in the future. And those were all of the products. So I'm rolling out 2 things, and both were from last time, the baptism. So the perfume and bath bomb are gone. And now we're rolling in 2 new products. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about the opposition. I believe that in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, all that is in it, and it was good. Then came the devil, and he rebelled against God, and he tried to take man down with him. So Adam and Eve, the first human beings, were placed in a paradise, in a garden, where they could have anything they wanted except eat from the tree with knowledge of good and evil. However, the devil came and he tempted Eve. The devil took the form of a snake, and he went to Eve and said, "Did God really say this, that you couldn't eat from this tree? Really?" Well, okay, well, he just said that because he knows that if you eat this, you will be like God. You will have a knowledge of good and evil, and you will be like God. So this is kind of the big thing about rebellion. You think you know better, you think you are above the thing you rebel against. So maybe it's not that strange that when God gave Moses the 10 commandments later, the first commandment was, "I am the Lord your God. You shall not have any other gods beside me. You shall not make images or statues, and you shall not bow down to them or pray to them or offer to them. For I am the Lord your God." So what was the temptation really? I think the temptation was, you will be like God. You will have the knowledge of good and evil, and you will be like God. Some would probably ask, why did he put that tree there from the beginning if it was sinful to eat from it? Like, did he want them to sin? Well, no, but he gave us free will. So if we couldn't sin, then we wouldn't really have free will either. So maybe it was just because of that. Maybe he put it there for them to eat later. Because just picture this. If you have a child, maybe you don't want them to know how to make a bomb because they don't have the wisdom. They lack the wisdom to use it in a good way. You don't show them or tell them how to have sex when they're 3 because they lack the knowledge of how to do this in a good way. They lack the autonomy. Most of the time you have to walk before you run. Like, you have to learn certain things, and you have to grow to be able to take in knowledge in a good way. And they were just created. They didn't have much knowledge about the world yet. So in my mind, I'm like, well, it could very well be that they were actually supposed to eat from this later, when they had the wisdom, when they had the knowledge around it, so that they could use it wisely. Maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. This is just, you know, speculations. But I hear that argument that, oh, why did God, you know, place that tree there? And I think there could be several reasons, or, you know, different reasons. I have no idea. But anyway, they did sin, and the temptation from the devil was that you can become like God. So this month is about false gods. And I will have, first of all, the devil. The devil is a false god. We even have Satanists that actually pray and worship and have offerings to the devil. And this is called Devil's Love by ZZ. This is a highlighter. It's a little bit too glittery for me to have as a highlighter. Every time I get a product like this that it says like the devil or gods or, you know, mythological gods like from Odin's Eye or something, I'm just thinking, I will crush this. I will use this until there's nothing left of it. Like I will conquer sin. It's just all fun and games. I don't think, you know, these companies are maybe praying to these entities and you know, false gods. But anyway, it's just, you know, something in my head, a little bit of fun, I guess. But anyway, devil's love. Well, the devil's love isn't really love at all. He loves when we sin and he loves when we rebel against God because he hates God. Because he can't be God. But yeah, it's interesting how sin works and what the devil is tempting us with, because in many cases he tempts us with things that are good, but he wants us to get it in the wrong time. So for example, knowledge before you're actually set up for it, before you have the wisdom to use it. It can also be other things like sex. God created sex between a man and a woman when they're married to have and to be close to each other, to have children, all of that. And what does the devil tempt with? Well, sex is good, so you should always do it. There should be no restrictions. Like, if you love a child, you can do that. If you love an animal, you can do that. If you love the same sex, you can do that. If you love, you know, someone out of marriage, you can do that. If you are cheating on your wife, you can do that. It doesn't matter, you know, because love is love. And if you feel something, you have to do it. And this is what he tempts us with, sex. Because sex was meant to be something good. This is also like, I'm going on so many tangents here, but some people say that, you know, you can't have good without evil. You can't have happiness without sadness. I think it's the opposite. I don't think you can have evil without goodness, but goodness can exist without evil. So for example, death. You can't die if you're not alive. Life is something good. That is a gift from God. Death is the wager of sin. We weren't actually supposed to die. This is something we deserve because we have sinned and rebelled against God. And when we abandon God, who is life and the sustainer of life, we will die. Eventually we will die. We can't be without God and the life that he brings. So death cannot exist without life, but life can exist without death. That is what we as Christians hope for, to have eternal life in heaven. Also, you don't have to be sad to know what happiness is. You can be happy, and you can be happy in different ways. Some will think that, well, if it's stagnant, you will not really be happy. But that's not true. You can be happy in so many different ways. You can be at the ocean and feel like this calm happiness. You can have like a thrilled happiness if you're doing like, I don't know, skydiving or something that you like and think is thrilling, you know. Or you can have, you know, the romantic love happiness when you're together with someone and you're just really filled up with happiness. You know, you can have different kinds of happiness. And I think that gives the variation and you will know different feelings. But I don't think you have to hate someone to know what love is. I don't think you have to cheat to know that you love your wife. Like, that's crazy. So the devil's love is really not so loving at all. When I think of devil's love, I think of this like truth with 10% of lies in it to kind of indoctrinate your mind to think in a different way, and then you can grow that lie and the lie becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it's just a lie that we fall for. So yeah, sure, the devil loves when you do wrong, but he doesn't love you, I can assure you that. So let's not go to him, shall we? Let's crush him. Let's use this. I want to use this 10 times. I'm probably gonna use it on my eyelids or like in the inner corner of my eyes, something like that. 10 times just to try it out. And then we have for the other false gods out there that we make ourselves and we set them above God. It can be money. you know, that we are so concerned with money that that is everything we think about. It can be love, that we want to be loved so, so much that we don't care about God anymore, that we don't turn to him, that we don't trust him anymore. And, you know, that there are different gods. So I thought, I have just discovered this brand and I have heard so many good things about this. This is the Vintage Glam Remixed by the Gloss Gods. Gloss Gods, yes. And it's just for the name, Gloss Gods. But they are really good at what they're doing. I have just swatched these and they are amazing. Like, I sat mesmerized when I was swatching these. And I was like, how can you make this? Okay, I'm going to show it to you. And it's interesting because this one is like, it looks like a deep copper swatched. It's actually pink. So this whole palette is kind of pink, purple. It doesn't look like, it looks like these three shades and this one, that these would be the purple and pinks, but this one is pink, this one is actually pink. I think this one, I'm not sure. It's a deep purple, so it's much more purpley than you can see in the pan. And look at that. Oh, it's so creamy. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm not going to swatch everything. I don't want to use them by swatching them. I just discovered that they're under a gram each, I think. No, 1 gram each, which is not a lot for an eyeshadow. And these are so pretty. This was actually pretty new to their collection, but it didn't actually meet the shipping standards because 2 of these shadows were so loosely pressed that they often broke in transit. So they decided to discontinue this palette, which is a shame. This was the nicest color scheme they had, I think. I watched everything else and this was the only thing I was actually interested in when it came to the eyeshadow palettes, but that's just my taste, I guess. But yeah, look at that. It's so pretty. So pretty. My goal for this will be a level up one where I try to use all of these shades twice and hit pan on 2 shades. So those were for the false gods. And that was it for this very rambly video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and that I'll see you next time. Have a great evening or day wherever you are. Bye.